Hey, Angela Snyder with Taxonista here. I'm getting lots of question on what gross revenue is and what cost of goods sold is. So let's go through this really quick, okay? Your gross revenue is your gross sales, the total amount you brought in as an independent contractor or through your business. So it'd be, if you're a realtor, it's going to be your gross sales commissions. If you're a painter, it's going to be the total gross sales you had. If you're a business coach, it's your total gross amounts you collected. Also, it is going to be cash basis. If you are accrual basis, nobody that I deal with hardly is. So remember, cash basis. So you could have made that sale, but you didn't collect it, so it was not finalized. So your gross sales is the gross amount of income you brought in. Your cost of goods sold. This is different for everybody. The easiest, most layman's way to explain it is that if you have to incur this cost in order to make that sale, it's directly related. It's a cost of goods sold. So for instance, I cannot complete your tax returns without my tax software. I cannot do payroll without software. I cannot do accounting work without software. That's my cost of goods sold. All right. Somebody in the trades, whether you're HVAC, you're painter, you're restoration, you're a general contractor, your cost of goods sold is everything that you use to finish the job. So it's not going to be your little miscellaneous small tools. It's going to be the lumber, the paint, the air conditioning filters, the AC unit, the direct labor. So if you have staff or you have contractors that you pay to help you, then that is also cost of goods sold. So that, for instance, you cannot get that paint job done, that restoration job done, that whatever it is, without John Doe doing it for you. Okay? Business coaches, service people, consultants, therapists, counselors, anybody like that. Your cost of goods sold would be if you do an event and you host a live event and people come there, and that's where you pitch and make your sales. So then the event cost is your cost of goods sold. The labor, if your books are really detailed, then if you segregate the labor, then you could home in on that, and that would be part of cost of goods sold. I don't think that they're extremely concerned with the cost of goods sold figure, but that's a general idea. Just keep track of how you came up with it, and that should be fine. Now, let's talk about FTE. So that's full-time equivalent employees. That's another thing that was going around. I mentioned this on the webinar I did, and I think a lot of people didn't understand what it was, but nobody raised their hand or said anything. So let me explain it. An FTE is a full-time equivalent employee. So let's say you've got two part-time people, two people that are working approximately 20 hours. So they work between 15 and 25 hours a week. That's considered a part-time person. So if you have two part-time people, then you have one full-time equivalent employee. Now, we also asked, there was somebody that asked about a really small, short amount. Like, let's say I pay somebody about $500 a week. Guesstimate out about how much time that looks like that works out to be for that person. It sounds a little bit to me like it's probably about a quarter. Actually, I think the person said $500 a month. They said $500 a month, excuse me. So let's say it's $500 a month. Then that person is probably about a quarter of an employee, all right? Because they're only doing about a quarter of the work. So look at those types of people, tally them up, come up with what you think they are, and then add them up. There's no real wrong answer unless you are grossly under or overstating your people. So I would not be too concerned, and to remember that the goal of this stimulus package is to keep those employees employed, not furloughed, not put on unemployment. And so your goal is to have had the employees when you're doing the EIDL, the amount of employees that you had that you have to list on that application is going to be the same number or more than you're going to have in the covered period. And the covered period is the 8 weeks after the application for the loan. So hopefully this gets through everything that you guys, questions you have. And if not, shoot me an email with a direct question. I wish I could talk to everybody, but we're getting hundreds of emails, all my staff and myself. So we're trying to get and answer the questions that we're getting the most and getting those answered. Thanks, guys. And if you do have a situation where you have a specific question, go ahead, and you're a monthly client, accounting client, by all means, send it to us. If you're not, we will try and get to you and help you, but give us some time because we do have some people that have gone home that can no longer work. So it's affecting all of us. Thank you. Bye, guys.